be honest. When your phone rings and you see that specific name, what is the first emotion you feel? Is it excitement, or is it a heavy, sinking feeling in your stomach? You know exactly how the next hour is going to go. They are going to talk about their bad breakup, their unfair boss, or their family drama. You are going to nod. You are going to say, wow, that sounds so hard. You are going to offer advice that they probably won't take. And at the end of the call, they will say, oh my God, I feel so much better. You are literally the best listener. I don't know what I'd do without you. They hang up feeling lighter. You hang up feeling like you just ran a marathon in a weighted vest. If this is the pattern of your relationships, you aren't just a good friend. You aren't just empathetic. In psychological terms, you have been assigned a specific role, the emotional dustbin. You have become the designated place where other people dump their psychological refuse, their anxiety, their anger, their negativity, so they don't have to carry it. And you are doing it for free. Today, we are looking at the heavy price of being the good listener, why you were groomed for this role, and how to finally put a lid on the bin. Let's define what is actually happening here. Friendship relies on reciprocity. It is a flow. I pour into you. You pour into me. But the emotional dustbin dynamic is parasitic. One person is the host, and the other is feeding off the host's energy regulation. When a chronic complainer vents to you, they're engaging in bioregulation. They are highly agitated. Cortisol is high. By dumping that verbal processing onto you, they are physically offloading their stress. They literally lower their blood pressure by raising yours. This is distinct from healthy venting. Healthy venting seeks a solution or validation, and then moves on. Toxic dumping is repetitive, cyclical, and disregards the listener's state. It treats you not as a person, but as a vessel, a container. And the problem with being a container is that containers don't have needs. Containers don't get tired. Containers just hold things. You might think, well, I'm tough, I can handle it, it's just listening. But neuroscience disagrees. Listening to someone in distress is a metabolically expensive activity. We have something called mirror neurons. When you look at someone who is crying or angry, your brain simulates that emotional state to understand it. You are micro-mimicking their distress. Your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, just by witnessing theirs. This leads to compassion fatigue. Usually we talk about this with ER doctors or therapists, but you are suffering from informal compassion fatigue. You are experiencing the symptoms of burnout, irritability, exhaustion, numbness, because you are absorbing trauma that isn't yours. You are carrying the dustbin load. You are walking around with a backpack full of other people's rocks, wondering why your back hurts, while they are skipping away light as a feather. So why you? Why are you the one strangers tell their life stories to on the bus? Why are you the therapist of your friend group? It is rarely an accident. It is usually training. Many designated listeners grew up in environments where they were parentified. Parentification happens when a child is forced to take on the emotional role of an adult. Maybe you had a parent who was emotionally unstable, anxious, or addicted. To survive, you learn to become the stabilizer. You learn to suppress your own needs to manage their emotions. You learn that if mom-dad is calm, then I am safe. You were taught a dangerous equation. Love equals sign usefulness. You believe that in order to be loved, you must be of service. You must be the counselor. You feel guilty when you talk about yourself because you were trained to believe that your feelings are a burden, but their feelings are a priority. So now, as an adult, you attract narcissists and energy vampires because your boundaries are wide open. You have a sign on your forehead that says, "Dump here, I won't complain." How do you know if you are in a dustbin dynamic versus a real friendship? You need to run an audit. I want you to try the wait and see test. The next time you are listening to this person, when they finally take a breath, do not ask a follow-up question. Do not say, "And then what happened?" Just wait. In a healthy relationship, the silence will prompt them to say, "But enough about me, how are you doing?" In a dustbin relationship, they will either A, continue talking about themselves as if you didn't exist, B, end the conversation because they got what they came for. We call this conversational narcissism. It's not always malicious. Sometimes people are just self-absorbed. But if you have friends who have known you for 5 years and don't know your biggest fear, your dreams, or what you did last weekend, you don't have friends. You have patience. If you don't address this, you are heading toward a silent explosion. The emotional dustbin eventually gets full. When you suppress your own voice to listen to others, you build resentment. Resentment is the emotion of a boundary violated. You will start to passively withdraw. You will start forgetting to text back. You will feel a flash of rage when they ask for a simple favor. Eventually, you will snap. You will cut them off or blow up at them, and they will be shocked. Why are you so mad? You always listen. You've changed. They are right. You trained them to treat you like a dustbin, and now you are mad that they are putting trash in it. To fix this, we have to change the training. Here is how we close the lid. It requires 3 levels of boundary setting. Level 1, the capacity check. Before you answer the phone, ask yourself, do I have the emotional budget for this right now? If the answer is no, do not pick up. If you pick up, use a time container. Say, "Hey, I'd love to catch up, but I only have 15 minutes before I have to do task." You have set a limit on how much trash you can accept. Level 2, the redirect. Stop playing therapist. When they present a problem, stop trying to solve it. Stop asking probing questions. Instead, validate and redirect. Wow, that sounds incredibly draining. What do you think you're going to do about it? By asking, "What are you going to do?" you hand the responsibility back to them. You are refusing to carry the load. You are returning the trash to the owner. Level 3, the reality check. If the venting is chronic, you must have the hard conversation. "I love you and I want to support you, but I've been feeling really drained lately. I don't think I can be the best person to vent to about this specific topic anymore. Can we talk about something else?" If they get mad, let them. A friend will respect your boundary. A user will be angry that they lost their appliance. And it is better to lose a user than to lose your mind. I want to leave you with this. Your value as a human being is not found in how much you can endure. You do not need to be a martyr to be a good friend. You do not need to be an unpaid therapist to be worthy of love. True intimacy is not about one person dumping and the other catching. True intimacy is sharing the load. You deserve to be heard just as much as you listen. So, take the lid, put it on the dustbin, and lock it. I want to know, do you have a dustbin relationship in your life right now? Comment, "I am closing the lid" down below if you are ready to reclaim your energy. If this video helped you validate your exhaustion, please hit like and subscribe to Psychology Every Day.